What's up, everybody? It's your boy J-Rock at Cape Fear Motors, back with another video. My Toolbox / shop tour video did a lot better than expected, and today we're going to take a little deeper dive into the tech side of things that I touched upon in that first video. Just give you a better look at some of the software and tools, electronics that I use, more like a tech toolbox tour, if you will. I started my first business in 2015. I lived in a halfway house, and back then I lived a way different lifestyle than I do today. So I started my entrepreneurial journey in 2015. I was detailing cars in the driveway of a halfway house, and from there it just grew and grew and grew. And I really have not looked back since. I've definitely seen my fair share of struggles and am not completely where I want to be as of yet, but I'm working on it day by day. So if any of you are out there thinking about starting a business, opening a shop, anything like that, take it from me. You can definitely do it. Just takes persistence and hard work, and anybody could do it. So here is the array of computers that I have purchased over the years. This being the Acer Predator Helios that I spoke about in the last video. Originally bought this guy to do all my tuning and software work, coding, diag. I started with a Microsoft Surface Pro 4, had it glitch on me one day in the middle of a tune, so went out and bought this thing. I wanted something that was powerful and could handle anything that I threw at it, and this laptop is definitely that. The only problem with it is it's not really designed to be lugged around with you and thrown in the vehicles and drug around a shop, essentially. It's a little bit bulky and a little bit fragile. The screen's super thin, great gaming laptop, but not such a great shop laptop. So there's better options out there for you if you're looking to get into tuning. This is my Surface Pro 4. I have since fixed it, and I use it all the time. The Acer has a 12th gen i7 and a 3060 GPU, 32 gigabytes DDR5 RAM, and it is an absolute beast. It smokes all of these other computers on Cinebench, but just not very practical for what I wanted to do with it. You can see how flimsy this screen is, and I know that if I keep using it for this, I'm probably going to destroy it, and I spent a lot of money on it, so I am really considering just selling it. I don't need it. I bought these MacBooks, and I still have my Surface Pro 4, but I got a MacBook. Not this one. I bought an M1 MacBook, busted the screen, but it just felt so much more solid. It's small. You can get nice cases for them. The only downfall to the newer ones is Apple Silicon does not support a lot of the softwares that you are going to need in the automotive field. I originally was just going to try to run a Windows virtual machine on it, so I could still use all my Windows software and whatnot, but Apple Silicon had other ideas. So if anybody out there knows how I can make some of this stuff work with Apple Silicon, I am all ears for suggestions. Just comparing the two of them side by side, which one would you rather carry with you everywhere? Again, you can get a nice case for the Macs, and they just feel way more solid. Little look at all the interfaces I use. We'll touch on those here in a little bit. I am running Shop Boss shop management system, which has been really cool. There's a lot of integrations in here. The workflow table's real nice. Everything about it's real nice. All these softwares are generally the same. They all can basically do the same things, just preference. Surface Pro 4 here. This also has an Intel i7. It's just a 6th gen, so a lot older technology. It is a touchscreen, which is nice to have. I have GM Tech2 on this. I have HP tuners on this, and Forescan and some other softwares we'll go over here shortly. Does not have a big enough hard drive for all of them, and to put a new SSD in it, you got to pop that screen out, and my screen is cracked, so I have just avoided doing that. But I think that I might sell the gaming laptop and then, purchase a little bit newer of a Surface, maybe the Surface Pro 10 or something like that. I picked up this Gravistar K1 Pro keyboard, and it is a Bluetooth and wireless dongle keyboard that supports Mac mode and Windows mode, and it's sick. You can program, I want to say, up to 4 different Bluetooth devices. To switch back and forth, you just hit the function key and then 1, 2, 3, or 4, the number 1, 2, 3, or 4, and that'll switch to all your different Bluetooth devices. So I think I'm demonstrating that right here. Sick keyboard. I bought it at a Amazon return store, got a real good deal on it. It probably is worth the $180 retail price tag. It is also metal and seems very durable as compared to some of these other keyboards. That's me just switching between devices with the Bluetooth mode. I can control my shop desktop. I can control the Surface Pro. I can switch it over here to the third device, which I believe is my other MacBook Air. The new MacBook, this one right here, is a 2024 M3 MacBook Air, 16 gigs of unified memory, and it's a great computer if you're okay with Mac OS X. I use VMware Fusion to run Windows or Linux OSs on it, and it's just snappy. I use it for all my editing. I went to school for cybersecurity, so I do like to play around with Python and Linux distros and stuff like that. So it's been really cool as a hobby type setup, I guess. And for video editing, it is sick. I'm messing up this camera angle real bad right here. I think we are fixing to dive into some of these dongles. So first up is the VAG KKL cable. There is way better options out there than this thing. This is considered a dumb cable or a pass-through. No intelligence involved in it at all, but it will allow you to read basic VAG codes with Rostex software. I'm using Rostec Lite here, and I don't do a whole lot of VDub and Audi work, but when I need it, it is handy to have it. But again, there are better cables, VAG cables out there that can do a whole lot more than this thing, and you'd probably be better off with one of those. Up next, we have our K plus DCAN BMW cable. This is an older one. Most of the BMW work that I'm doing are on the N54, N55 platforms. So this cable is really all I need. Again, there's probably better options out there, but this is compatible with BMW's ISTA software and IMPA. Now, this is BMW ISTA workshop service here, and it is fantastic software. You have to acquire this on the internet. You cannot really buy it. I've seen people sell it on eBay, but you can get it for free. It does take a little bit to get working, but this has basically like a Pro Demand or Identifix built into it. Just all involving BMWs, Minis, Rolls Royces. It'll show you service procedures, special tools, part numbers, you name it, and ISTA will show it to you. It also does diagnostics. Moving on from there, we're going to go to my MPVI 2. This is the middle gen model of HP tuners. They're up to the MPVI 3 now. I still have the 2. 2 does everything I need it to do. I think the 3 just has some more features you could get with it and a little bit newer of technology. But the MPVI 2 is still a great option. Now, this is VCM Editor, which is HP Tuner's tuning software. And in here is where you can tune your timing tables, base running air idle airflow, speedometer, transmission, shift timing, and anything like that. You could do tire size calibrations, VIN changes. Now this is HP Tuner's VCM scanner, and this is where you're going to do all of your data logging for your tuning process. You're going to set up your tables to log whatever it is that you are trying to tune, and then you're going to drive the vehicle around and record data with the VCM scanner here. And then essentially, in layman's terms, you just fill in these tables and you can copy them and paste them into your tune file. This is going to be Ford's 4Scan, and I believe their device is called an ELM. It's actually an ELM 327 pass-through. And this is what you would use for 4Scan. If you don't know about 4Scan, it is a knockoff of Ford's OEM diag software, and you can do a lot of things with 4Scan. I think a 1-year subscription is $20, and it is worth every penny. I would always recommend getting a dongle that you can plug directly into your computer, not Wi-Fi, not Bluetooth. In this case, this is one that I had laying around, and it is Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, but I have programmed ABS modules with this thing and had absolutely no issues. Now, moving along from there, this is LS Droid, and I got the OBDDX Pro VX, which you can hardwire to your computer. And this is an open source tuning software, unlike HP tuners, where you have to license your VIN number and buy credits. LS Droid, you do not have to do that. It is all free. HP tuners is a little bit better and a little bit more in-depth, but I use LS Droid for disabling DoD or VATs on some of these swaps. So if you need something to work without a programmed key, or you just want to turn off DoD, you cannot go wrong with LS Droid. I believe that dongle cost me about $80 and was the best option that I could get. And that thing also works with the Tech2 software, Tech2 Win. So if you're doing GM diag, Tech2 is their OEM diag software. And if you work on a lot of GMs, it is a saving grace to have access to that. This is the Altel AP200, or rebranded HyperTough HT200. It is a diagnostics scan tool that does a little bit of everything. Now, I had somebody in the original video comment about Linux, and just kind of showing you Kali on the Mac VM here. I went to school for cybersecurity and am very interested in pen testing and technology in general. So that's what I use this Mac for, is playing with Kali, Linux distros, and then Final Cut Pro is what I'm using to edit all these videos. So that's what this Mac has become for now, is an editing station and a toy, essentially, until I can figure out how to get stuff to work on Apple silicone. Now, you can do all types of stuff with Kali. Evil Twin, this is just an example of an Evil Twin software you can use out there. If you need to borrow somebody's Wi-Fi password, I'm not going to teach you how to do that, but you are able to do things like that on Linux. Alright, this is the Surface Pro 4 and my daily driver. I do not have ISTA on this. ISTA is a massive software, and again, I do not have a big enough hard drive. But for what this thing is, it does a lot of stuff. Again, it is a Surface Pro 4, so a lot older technology in this thing. Still has an i7. I think it's just the 6th gen i7. But I use this little guy for almost everything. Tuning, data logging, my Tech2 software, LS Droid, you name it, and I use it for that. I think we're going to move on from here and get into a little bit of my EDC, or what I carry with me daily. I just made this video as all around guy, shop, tool video, I guess you could say. But this is my Glock 19. I picked up this, I believe it's Warrior Land holster for it. it has this nice pad on the inside. My grip is like sandpaper, and that thing rubbing up against you all day long is not very comfortable. But this holster I got on Amazon for like $20. And it seems to be great quality. Has been the most comfortable thing that I've ever worn with my Glock here. Just showing everybody that it is empty. This is a modified Glock 19, threaded barrel, got a red dot optic on it, and then I also have a glow-in-the-dark iron sights that I'm going to show you in a second here. And this is just what I carry with me everywhere on the daily. I have a child. I don't keep one in the chamber, but I do keep one on me just in case the world has turned into a crazy place. And just got to keep yourself protected out there, guys. Don't, I live by the principle that I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. I forgot exactly what lower this is. I could look it up and read it off to you, but the grips are great. They're super grippy. A little bit too grippy if you're carrying it concealed and it's rubbing up against you. This red dot I like. I really want to upgrade to something a little better. The on-off feature's not that great on it, but it does its thing. This is a nighttime shot of the glow-in-the-dark iron sights that I have on it, which I think are super sick in my opinion. Just nice to be able to pick up on them right away if it's dark. And yep, that is that. Now, I had a lot of people looking at that Milwaukee under the hood light, and now that it's dark in here, I will show you how bright that thing is. It definitely lights up a work area. It would be cool if it had that auto on-off feature like some of the other ones do, but not so lucky. This is my EDC bag. This is what I carry all my daily stuff in, my computers,
my EDC
ammunition,
pack that I carry all
whatever
these
I'm
electronics
toting between
in
the
that I bring
house
home
and
with
the
me
shop
every night,
on a daily
or
basis.
whatever I need to
Got
bring
a
home.
medical kit up here.
On this pack, I keep a first aid trauma
and
kit.
I also have a pocket 9.
I have another
mounted
firearm
to the front of this pack.
attached
it is
in between these two
Diamondback
pouches.
DB9. It is just a tiny
in the event
little
of some type of
9
emergency.
millimeter. There's no magazine in it, and I will clear it safe right now to show
grab
everybody.
my pocket
But this is just a
9mm.
very
No,
crude
this is a
9 millimeter, no
empty
external safety. Can't
DB9
lock the slide back, nothing like
by
that.
Diamondback
at all.
Arms.
Just has 6
It is a
9mm rounds
7-shot
and goes
magazine.
bang when you pull the trigger.
And
the size
just a
comparison
backup
between
weapon
the two is insane.
to EDC.
I used to
Now, if you compare
daily
these
carry
two
the
next to each
DB9,
other, I'm gonna
but
tell you
I've kind of since
the
gone with the Glock. Just seems having more rounds is a smarter idea.
The Diamondback
having
is
the DB9
a lot
for
more
a backup is
comfortable
is a great choice. I know they
to
catch a lot
carry.
of heat. Some people say
The Glock will
they're not that
absolutely
reliable.
swallow
I've shot
that
mine
thing.
a ton. I've had an issue here or there
This is
with
just-
it, as often many
If
people
you're in a
do
pinch,
with firearms.
sticky situation, you need to
but
get
for the
yourself
most
out
part,
of it.
I would not
It'll
hesitate
do
to trust
the
my
trick.
life to it. I'm obviously going to go for my
Daily defense
Glock
gun.
first, but if all I had was that DB9, you can bet your bottom that I am going to use it and do what I can with it. I am
Daily
carrying hollow
defense
points
weapon.
in both of these. I think those are SIG.
The 16-round mag.
What I have in them when I made this video. Alright, I'm going to show you a little bit more of Shop Boss here and some of the integrations that you can do with it. It is a great software. Again, most of these are all going to be generally the same. I think the only differences are going to be some of the integrations. I don't know why it's a mirror image here, but it appears to be. So these are what your invoices look like. Parts ordering, you can do Repair Link. If you guys don't know about Repair Link, it is great for OEM parts. You can integrate that right into your Shop Boss system or your shop management system, and then just go through these diagrams here and select whatever parts you want. You just click on them, highlight them, then you add them to your cart, and then you can transfer them right to your RO, and it just makes everything simple and streamlined. And I've really enjoyed using ShopBoss. I wish there was more affordable options out there, but generally all these softwares are $200 a month just to be able to write ROs and estimates. It doesn't include the actual service procedures or anything like that. This does come with a standard labor guide, but I also have Pro Demand and Identifix, and those are a whole nother budget all on their own, but that is where you can get a lot of your good diagnostics information. This is just an example of Pro Demand being integrated into ShopBoss, so I can, go into my open RO, and it'll bring me right to that particular year, make, and model. And I can look up whatever information I need to look up, whatever procedure I need to look up, whatever diagrams, wiring diagrams, belt diagrams, fuse box diagrams, the whole 9 yards. It all integrates into ShopBoss. I've also used ShopMonkey, Mitchell One, All Data. I prefer the cloud-based ones because the other ones you have to pay per computer, which is just silly to me, but the cloud-based ones you can use on any device, anywhere, your phone, tablets, laptops, at home, at the shop, whatever. You're paying for it, you can use it anywhere, and I do like that feature about it. If any of you have ever used Apple's AirDrop, you know that Windows is kind of lacking in that air transfer realm, but I have found this program called Local Send. It is free, and it is like an AirDrop system for Windows. It is incredibly fast, and I use this a lot to transfer stuff between the Mac and Windows PC, or my phone and the Windows PC, or my phone and the Mac. I think I'm going to demonstrate me transferring like a 5 gigabyte file here, or a 5 gigabyte folder full of videos and pictures, just to kind of show you how fast this actually is. But that's it, and it is super quick in my opinion. It's right up there with Apple's AirDrop, and you can use this on any OS or cell phone. Again, it is called Local Send, and it is free to use and download. No gimmicks, no trial version, nothing like that. It's just 100% free software, and this is what I use to transfer video clips, audio clips. If I got to go to a Windows computer, obviously if I'm going from iPhone to Mac, I use AirDrop. And this is just kind of my shutdown process at the end of the day at the shop. I shut everything down. I bag it all up and throw it in my EDC bag, and then I head to the house. I keep all these in their protective little cases, trying my best to not destroy them or ruin them. The Mac's got its own, and yeah, just do the best I can to not destroy these expensive electronics. But they all kind of serve their purpose, and I really enjoy using them. Again, I wish that I could get everything up and running on the Mac on a VM, but I have yet to be able to figure that out. So if any of you guys watching are good at that type of thing, or have got HP tuners working on your Apple silicone product, aka the M1, M2, M3, M4s, let me know, because I would really also like to have mine up and running. I read that if you used the beta version of VCM Suite on a ARM Windows VM, that it would work. I have not tried that yet. Might try it tomorrow when I'm at the shop. Been recovering from COVID here in the Wilmington, North Carolina area. Guys, believe it or not, I tested positive for COVID, so my voice is all raspy. I've been sick since last Monday. Today's Sunday, so been almost exactly a week, and it sucks. I feel like crap. So figured I'd make this video, do the voiceover, and yeah, this little thing right here is just a external NVMe drive, so you can use your NVMe as an external hard drive, because we all know Macs, you can't expand the storage. And this is just my EDC pack, all packed up, ready to go. And yeah, I appreciate everybody watching. Hopefully some of this stuff might help y'all. I'm thinking about adding a segment to the webpage that has all these softwares available to download, just so you don't have to search for as long as I did. It's taken me years to acquire all this stuff. But anyway, thanks for watching. Peace.